Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you how to design this application. In this application, it's a login page where we have to enter the username and password. If I'm entering the wrong username and password, then it's providing the user ID or password is wrong. So let me provide it with this right user ID and right password, that is pass, and just click on login. So it's moving to the second page. And what exactly is doing that? When we restart this application, here we see that it's storing the last user login. Okay, so let me show you where it's being saved. It's actually being saved in default folder of this Visual Studio debug, and go to a new text file is being created, and in this I'm saving this data username. Okay, so how this is going to work, I will show you. And so let's start with this. Okay, so for that we first need to create a new file. I have already created a new project, that is Windows Form application, and we need two text boxes. Definitely we need two text boxes. Just press Ctrl C and V to replicate it. And after that what we need is one button. So let's drag and drop it here. Okay, so change the name of this button, that is login, and design name also to something which I can remember. Design name is btn login, and I need few labels. I need three. Just copy it and paste it. Not a big deal. Just change it to, no, not design name. Search for the text where we find it, login, and change its size, font, oblige. Search for some cool notes. Okay, so make it large. We'll make it 36, like this. So let me change it to username, and this one to password. Okay, now what we need, let me just start it. Okay, so it's working perfectly, but in the password it's showing the plain text, and I want that there needs to be in the star format. So search for password char and just enter star and just hit enter. Now whatever we enter in this password, it's now will be in the this star format. Okay, so now let me code with this. What I need is, whenever we click on this login, the username, if the login is successful, then username is going to be saved in a text file in this PC. Okay, so for that what I need is, I want that when the login is successful, it needs to move on to the new form. For that I need one new form. Just add a new form by clicking this and adding Windows form and form2.cs. Okay, I'm not changing its name, you can change if you want. And here we can do that. I'm just going to place a picture box so that we can clearly see the difference, that it's a new form. Let me import an image. Okay, just stretch image. Okay, so now we begin with this. To generate the click event, what we need is, just double click on this login button and the click event is generated here. So in this click, what we need is that if username. I have not changed the text box name. Let me change it. Design name. Where it is? Let me find. There it is. txt bx user, and let me change it to txt bx pass. Okay, so here we go. Txt user dot text is equal to, I'm just keeping it something, hello, some name like Alok. I am going to type Alok. If user enter this Alok and in the text box password dot text is equal to pass, then what we need to do is, okay, so whenever this username going to enter this Alok in the text by user, okay, so username text box and the pass in this pass text box, then what we need to do is we need to just create a text file in which you can actually be storing the username. Okay, so for that we need to create the object of stream writer. You need to export one library, that is input output library package, this one using IO. Here this is like this using system.io. Now we can use it and we create a object sw stream writer I have created, and new stream writer, and here you can actually put the name of the text file whatever you want. I want to put the text file name as like user name first dot txt. What you are going to create is text file. Okay, so this is not actually the right way to use. You can also use like this, but it always causes some sorts of problem. So the best way to use is like this, by using this and just put in the double bracket. And after that, what we need to do is we have created the object of the stream writer, and we need to write this username to that. We have now created the object of stream writer and also the text box. Now what we need to do is in this text box we need to insert this username. Okay, so how we are going to do that? We just need to write the object, that is stream writer sw dot writer, write line to that object, that text file. I want to, this is the object of stream writer, and in this text file what I need is to write a line, and which line I want to write, text box user dot text. Okay, there we go. Now whenever this user is going to enter this username and password, the new text file will be created and this name is going to be inserted in this text file. So let me show you first that there is no username1.txt. Here you can see there is no username1.txt is here. Okay, now let me execute and show you. Now I have entered Alok and password is pass. So here you can see this is actually same what I have written here, and just click on login, and here you can see now we have this username and one, and in this what we have is Alok. Okay, now what we need is when we have to when we click on this login button, this form, login form, needs to be hidden and this move to this form second. For that, I'm just going to write few more lines of code. For that, first we need to hide this form. Which form? That is login form. For that, this dot hide. Okay, so this form will be hidden, and after that, what we need is we need to move to the second form. For that, we need to create the object for form 2. Fm is equal to new form. Okay, and what we need is fm dot show. That's it. Just create it, execute it. There is some error. Okay, I have written it wrong. Form 2. That's right. And just execute it. And I'm just typing log and fast. There we go. Now we move to the second form. Now what we need is when we restart this application, the username needs to be here. And before that, what we need is whenever user enter the wrong credentials, it should show that you have entered the wrong username and password. For that, I'm just using this else and this. Let me show you how to do that. What we need is message box and dot show. It's actually show user masses wrong username or password. Okay, and what we need to show is error. One message and message box button dot okay. Message box button name should be okay, and what symbol I need is error. This is the message of the message box, and this is the button name. We are keeping the button name, okay, and message box icon will be error icon like cross icons. Okay, and what we need to do is whenever the user enters the strong, just show this message, and after that needs to clear the text fields. For that I'm clearing the text field dot clear and text bar dot clear. There we go. So that's it. Let me just show you. I'm entering the wrong username. Here you can see wrong username or password with this error logo and OK button with arrow. Sorry, I have written it wrong. Need to put one more. Okay. So what we need is now whenever the user restart, the last user who logged into this application, that name needs to be here in this text field. Currently, we can see that when we restart the application, this field is empty. Now I need to just write that whenever user restart the application, the last username should be there. Okay. So how we are going to do that? We are going to just write few lines of code at the form 1 load. Whenever form loads, that text field needs to be filled with the last username. So how we are going to do that? So that first we check that if there is a file exist or not. Okay, so if we executed this previously, then there will be a file of username1.txt. So first we check if file, sorry, that is file dot exist. What file we are talking about? User. Let me just copy the name. We are checking for this file. If this file exists, then what we need to do is just creating an object of the stream reader. Previously we have created the object of stream writer. Now we have to read the data from the already text file, so I'm using stream writer reader, and just copy this once again. From this text file I'm going to read the data, and what we need to do is, now we are extracting. Why there is a problem? Sorry, I forgot to mention new. Okay, so in this way we are creating the object, and from this text file what we need to do is read. Okay, so now our data is being fetched, and where we want to write it, show this is text box username. In the text box username I need to put the put the data which is in this username text file, and what we have in this text file is allo. Okay, so how do we do that? Just need to write the text field name, that is txtbx user, and what we are going to write in this is text, and from where we are going to write, from this object sr dot read line, and this you can use actually read or read line, both will work fine. Okay, so now just save it, and if we start it, then here you can see this username is preloaded in this. Okay, so let me change the name and make it Raj, and just save it. There we go. This is actually Alok now, because last time we had logged in as Alok. Now I'm going to log in with Raj, and password is pass, and I'm moved to the second one form. Now terminate it and start it, and here we go. Last user I have entered as Raj. Okay, so you can find this text file in this your project, and just go and right click, open folder in file explorer, here in the bin folder, and debug. Here you can see it. Start. Okay, so you can all actually place the path also by just like this. Okay, let me show you. You can define the path where you want to mention, where you want to save this folder. Okay, in this way it will perfectly work fine, but path should be correct. So thanks for watching, and please do subscribe and like and share to your friends, and if you have any doubt in your mind, just do comment, I will resolve it, and for some particular topic you can also comment, I will definitely resolve it.